throwing tomahawks and shooting bow and arrow, and so we have a little bit of space. I feel very thankful, and it's just nice being home. I'm never home, so.
Although Jason Momoa's acting skills have earned him praise,
are you telling me you never went topside to have a cheeseburger? What? Or a slice of za? Pepperoni?
He's never been too far from controversy. From his public clash with a major director to his involvement in a highly publicized legal battle.
Mr. Momoa, you say you have a picture of Amber Heard on the night on the night of May 5th.
His career has had its ups and downs. But just when it seemed like the dust had settled, something much bigger surfaced. Recent reports revealed something shocking found in Jason Momoa's estate. And it's far from good. What could have been discovered that has left everyone in disbelief? And what will it mean for his future? Join us as we reveal the shocking details behind what was found in Jason Momoa's estate. Shocking discovery. In Jason Momoa's estate. While filming the much-anticipated Aquaman sequel, Jason Momoa tested positive for COVID-19. This made him go into isolation in his stunning £20 million mansion in North London. This incredible home is truly fit for a movie star, with 8 spacious bedrooms, 11 luxurious bathrooms, and a range of top-tier amenities that only someone like Jason Momoa could enjoy. The mansion is the perfect place for him to rest and recover in style. However, while this happened some time ago, something shocking was recently discovered in the estate. It all started with concern over Jason Momoa's absence. At first, people thought it was nothing serious. Maybe he was just taking a break. But as days turned into weeks, his silence became unusual. And then, his continued absence in isolation led to speculation and industry-wide concern. But no one knew for sure, and that made the situation even more confusing. The initial reports focused only on his COVID-19 diagnosis and isolation. News reports said he had caught the virus and was recovering in his London mansion. That explanation seemed believable. Many celebrities had taken time off to heal. But after a while, people began to doubt the story. If he was just recovering, why was he still silent? Why hadn't he posted any updates? Something did not add up. Then, investigators discovered shocking details in his estate. When reporters and officials got access to the house, they were stunned. The mansion, that used to be luxurious, looked nothing like it used to. The atmosphere inside was unsettling, as if something strange had happened there. The discoveries inside only made the mystery deeper. Similarly, Jesse Waters was speechless upon seeing leaked photos. The pictures, which spread quickly online, were both shocking. They showed a house in chaos. Fans who had imagined Momoa having a rest were surprised. The leaked photos allegedly showed a place that had been completely changed. For instance, reports suggested that the mansion was left in a state of disrepair, with extensive damage to furniture, walls, and fixtures. Expensive chairs were ripped, wooden tables had deep scratches, and broken glass was scattered around. It was clear that something had happened inside. However, the biggest question was who caused the damage. But that was not even all. Large quantities of paint, brushes, and canvases were discovered in the mansion, indicating that Momoa had been intensely engaged in painting during his isolation. But these were not ordinary paintings. Insiders described them as wild and emotional. Some paintings showed people in distress, while others were made with dark colors and rough strokes. It was clear that whatever he was going through had influenced his art. Adding to the intrigue, leftover food with strange combinations and unusual meal requests raised questions about his diet during quarantine. Investigators found plates with half-eaten meals left on tables. At the same time, surveillance videos reportedly showed him pacing the grounds at odd hours, sometimes speaking to himself. Security footage from the mansion revealed unexpected behavior. In some clips, he walked around deep in thought, whispering words to himself. In others, he stood outside in the moonlight, staring into the distance for long periods. His actions raised even more questions. More unsettlingly, some accounts suggested that his living room was disorganized, possibly indicating emotional distress. Clothes were scattered on the floor, Letters were left unopened, and personal items were randomly placed around the house. People who saw the mansion said it looked like someone had been struggling with something serious. To make matters even stranger, his wardrobe looked neglected. Some outfits were torn and others were left in odd places. Still, the mansion was stocked with expensive wines, gaming consoles, and high-end fitness equipment, reflecting his attempts to stay occupied during isolation. Despite the chaos, there were signs that he had tried to keep himself entertained. The expensive bottles of wine were untouched. A gaming console was still powered on, showing a paused screen. Weights and workout equipment sat in a corner, unused. As the pieces of the story came together, the world was left with more questions than answers. What had really happened to Jason Momoa during his time alone? Was it just the COVID-19 quarantine, or was his behavior influenced by his recent divorce? To understand more, let's take a closer look at his divorce and how it might have affected him during this time. Jason Momoa's time with. As many people expected, Jason Momoa's divorce from Lisa Bonet may have made him stay out of the public eye. Their relationship started in 2005 when they met at a jazz club in Los Angeles. Momoa, who had admired Bonet for years, was excited to meet her in person. He later admitted that he had been a fan of hers since he was a child, watching her on The Cosby Show. That night, they talked for hours, sharing stories. There was an instant connection between them, and from that moment, their journey together began. As they spent more time together, their bond became stronger. They shared a love for nature, adventure, and deep conversations. Over the years, their love story grew, but they never rushed into marriage. Instead, they focused on building a life together, supporting each other's dreams, and raising a family. Momoa often spoke about how much he loved Bonet and how she made him a better person. Even without a wedding, their commitment to each other was clear to everyone around them. After more than a decade together, they decided to make things official. On October 7, 2017, they got married in a private ceremony in California. It was a simple event with close family and friends. They wanted to keep it personal, away from the public eye. It wasn't until weeks later that the news of their wedding became public. Their marriage was not about grand gestures, but about deep love and respect for each other. As their relationship grew, so did their family. They had already welcomed their first child, a daughter named Lola. The following year, in 2008, they had a son, Nakoa Wolf. Momoa loved being a father and often talked about how much joy his children brought him. Bonet, who already had a daughter, Zoe Kravitz, from her previous marriage to Lenny Kravitz, created a family where everyone felt loved. Despite their busy lives, they worked hard to make their home a peaceful and happy place for their children. At the same time, their careers were taking off. Momoa became a famous star after playing Aquaman in the DC movies.
But we gotta shut Steppenwolf down. Superman's a no-show.
His role made him one of Hollywood's biggest actors, which meant long filming schedules and lots of time away from home. Bonet, though more selective with her roles, remained unique in the industry for her performances in The Cosby Show and A Different World. But something affected their marriage. Their jobs often kept them apart, and although they supported each other's careers, being away from each other for long periods was difficult. Over time, things began to change. The pressures of their busy lives, personal growth, and time apart put a strain on their relationship. Though they still loved each other, they started to feel like they were growing in different directions. By 2021, rumors started spreading that their marriage was in trouble. They kept their struggles private, but people close to them noticed that things weren't the same anymore. Then, in January 2022, they decided to share the news with the world. In a joint statement, they announced their separation, saying they were experiencing big changes in their lives. They made it clear that there were no conflicts between them. Their focus remained on their children, and they promised to continue co-parenting. For fans who had admired their love story, the news was surprising, but for them, it was something they had thought about carefully. Even though they had announced their separation, it wasn't until January 8, 2024, that Bonet officially filed for divorce.
January 12th, when they announced their breakup. Now a source gives new insight into what drove the split.
In the legal papers, she listed their separation date as October 7th, 2020, meaning they had been apart for much longer than people had realized. She cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the divorce. Unlike many Hollywood breakups, theirs was peaceful, with no legal battles. The divorce was settled on the same day it was filed, showing how smoothly they handled everything. One of their biggest concerns was their children. Bonet asked for joint legal and physical custody of Lola and Nakoa Wolf. She also did not ask for spousal support, which meant neither of them wanted money from the other. They both wanted to focus on raising their children together, making sure their family remained strong despite the divorce. Dividing their property was also done quietly. They reached an agreement about their assets and submitted it to the court. The details were kept private, but it was clear that they both wanted a fair outcome. Surprisingly, after the divorce, both Momoa and Bonet focused on their own lives. Momoa stayed busy with his acting career and personal projects. He continued working on new movies and exploring different projects. Bonet, as always, stayed private, choosing to focus on her personal life and creative work. Although they were no longer together, they made sure their children felt loved and supported. With time, they both moved on in different ways. In May 2024, it became public that Momoa was in a new relationship with actress Adria Arjona. Their romance gained attention when they appeared together at the Homecoming concert. The event was a big moment for Momoa, showing that he had started a new chapter in his life. Bonet, on the other hand, remained private about her dating life, focusing on the things that mattered most to her. Even though their marriage ended, they stayed connected through their children. Co-parenting remained their top priority, and they made sure their kids got the support of both parents. Beyond the divorce, Jason Momoa has found himself involved in some scandals and controversies, which some believe might be affecting him now. But what exactly are these controversies? Let's find out. The controversial life of Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa has faced a few controversies and health problems during his career. Even though he is admired for his acting skills and strong presence, there have been moments when people questioned his behavior. He's also dealt with serious health issues, some of which have left lasting marks on him. To begin with, one of the most recent controversies involving Momoa happened in September 2024 while he was filming the live-action movie Minecraft. Reports claimed that he behaved unprofessionally on set, especially during a very emotional scene. YouTube personality Valkyrie, who had a small role in the film, said that Momoa got angry and shouted at crew members because of technical problems. Valkyrie later talked about the incident during a live stream, saying that the situation made the set feel tense.
I would have to say Jason Momoa.
Really? Aquaman?
Like mistreat some of the crew.
Some crew members were uncomfortable, and the news spread in the film industry. However, neither the film's producers nor Momoa himself made any public statements about it. While some people defended him, saying movie sets can be stressful, others felt he should have handled the situation better. Likewise, in 2018, Momoa faced public criticism after a video of him with his daughter went viral. The footage, which appeared on social media, showed a moment between them that made some viewers uncomfortable. Even though no formal complaints were made, people debated whether his actions were appropriate. Some critics believed the interaction crossed a line, while others felt it was a harmless father-daughter moment that was blown out of proportion. Momoa did not respond directly to the controversy, and over time, people stopped talking about it. However, it showed how little things done by celebrities can become public. Similarly, an older controversy that returned years later involved something Momoa said in 2011 at a Comic-Con panel while discussing his role in Game of Thrones. While talking about the violent and dark themes of the show, He made a joke about how he enjoyed playing characters who could take advantage of beautiful women. At the time, some people laughed, but years later, the comment resurfaced and was criticized. Many fans and critics were disappointed and argued that even jokes like this contribute to a larger problem in Hollywood. When the clip started spreading again, Momoa apologized publicly, saying that his words were wrong. He explained that he had grown since then and understood why the comment was unacceptable. His apology helped calm the situation. Apart from controversies, Momoa has also gone through serious health problems, some of which have left permanent scars. One of the most shocking incidents happened in November 2008 when he was attacked at a Los Angeles bar. A man smashed a broken beer glass into his face, leaving him with a deep wound that required about 140 stitches. The injury created a scar on his left eyebrow, which later became one of his most recognizable features. The attacker, a man named Dominic Bando, was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison. In interviews, Momoa has talked about how terrifying the attack was, but he also said he has accepted the scar as part of who he is. At the same time, another health issue that affected him happened in March 2022, when he had hernia surgery. The surgery was not life-threatening, but it temporarily slowed him down. Since Momoa is known for his intense workouts and action roles, he had to be careful during recovery. However, he joked about it during an interview, saying he had developed a dad bod because he could not train as much.
You feel you all recovered?
All good.
Yeah?
Still not really doing sit-ups.
Okay.
Just trying to keep that dad bod going for a little bit longer.
His attitude made fans appreciate his honesty, as it showed that even strong action stars have health struggles. Despite the surgery, he quickly returned to work and got back into shape, proving that he was determined to recover. Additionally, just 2 months after his hernia surgery, fans became worried when Momoa posted a photo of himself getting an MRI scan in May 2022. Since he is known for doing many of his own stunts, people started guessing that he might have suffered a serious injury. Fans on social media expressed their concerns, but a source later explained that the MRI was just a precaution and that Momoa was fine. Even though there was nothing to worry about, the incident reminded people that his career takes a physical toll on him. As an actor who performs action-packed roles, he constantly puts his body under strain. While he often seems invincible on screen, moments like these show that even he has limits. Through all these controversies and health struggles, Momoa has remained one of Hollywood's most respected actors. With his bold career choices, Jason Momoa has made a name for himself in the film industry. Let's take a short look at his career and how he got to where he is today. Jason Momoa's career. Right from the beginning, Jason Momoa's path to stardom seemed destined for something extraordinary. Before he ever set foot in Hollywood, he started his career in an entirely different industry, which is modeling. In 1999, his striking features and commanding presence earned him the prestigious title of Hawaii's Model of the Year. This recognition opened doors for him, leading him to more opportunities. Little did he know, this early brush with the entertainment industry would be the stepping stone to something much greater. At that same time, another opportunity was waiting in the wings, one that would introduce him to audiences far beyond the fashion world. That year, Momoa landed his first major acting role in the television series Baywatch Hawaii. Cast as Jason Iowan, he quickly became a fan favorite, appearing in 38 episodes between 1999 and 2001. The role showcased the personality that would help his acting style. It wasn't just about playing a lifeguard. This was his first real taste of Hollywood, and he embraced it fully. However, like many young actors, he soon realized that breaking into the industry required more than just a strong debut. Determined to build on his success, Momoa continued searching for roles that would push his career forward. In 2004, he found another opportunity in the TV drama North Shore, where he played Frankie So. The show, set in the luxurious world of a Hawaiian resort, allowed him to showcase a different side of his talent. Though it ran for only 1 season, lasting until 2005, it was another important stepping stone. By then, He had proven he could take on diverse roles, but he was still searching for the one that would truly set him apart. Then came a turning point in his career, his casting as Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis. From 2005 to 2009, Momoa played the fearless warrior in 78 episodes, cementing his place in the world of science fiction. With his signature dreadlocks, an imposing presence, Ronan was an instant hit among fans of the series. But there was more to it. The role allowed Momoa to develop his skills in action sequences and fight choreography, something he would carry into future projects. But even as he gained recognition, he knew he was still on the outskirts of mainstream Hollywood. He needed something bigger, something that would elevate him to the next level. That moment came in 2011, when he took on the role of Khal Drogo in HBO's Game of Thrones. His portrayal of the fierce Dothraki warlord in the show's first season was nothing short of electrifying. Though his character's time on the series was brief, his performance left an unforgettable impact. Khal Drogo was a man of few words, yet Momoa brought the character to life. His chemistry with Emilia Clarke's Daenerys Targaryen became one of the show's most talked about, and his performance helped set the tone for the epic series. Suddenly, Jason Momoa was no longer just a supporting actor. Riding on the momentum of Game of Thrones, he stepped into another iconic role that same year. Taking on the titular character in the 2011 reboot of Conan the Barbarian was a huge opportunity for him. This was his first major film role, and he accepted the challenge wholeheartedly. While the movie itself received mixed reviews, Momoa's dedication to the role was undeniable. He performed his own stunts. Even though the film didn't become a box office hit, it proved that he had the ability to lead a big-budget film. Yet, Momoa wasn't satisfied with just acting. He wanted to create as well. In 2014, he made his directorial debut with Road to Paloma, an independent film that he co-wrote, produced, and starred in. The film, which focused on themes of justice and personal redemption, was a deeply personal project for him. It allowed him to explore storytelling in a new way, showcasing his abilities beyond what audiences had seen before. Though it was a smaller project, it showed his artistic vision. Meanwhile, his television career continued to flourish. In 2014, he took on the role of Philip Kopis in The Red Road, a gripping drama series that ran until 2015. Playing a conflicted Native American ex-con, Momoa delivered a powerful performance, once again proving his range. It was yet another role that allowed him to step outside of action-heavy characters and dive into something more dramatic and complex. Then came a moment that changed his career forever. In 2016, he made his first appearance as Arthur Curry, better known as Aquaman, in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. It was a brief introduction, but it set the stage for something much bigger. Unlike any previous portrayal of the character, Momoa's Aquaman was fierce, rugged, and undeniably cool. His casting was met with excitement, and audiences were eager to see what he would bring to the role. That anticipation only grew when he reprised the character in 2017's Justice League. Though the film itself had a polarizing reception, Momoa's performance stood out. He brought humor to the role, making Aquaman a standout character in the ensemble cast. It was clear that he was meant for something bigger within the Detective Comics, and the best was yet to come. Sure enough, in 2018, Aquaman hit theaters, and it became a massive success. The film not only established Momoa as a true leading man, but also shattered expectations, grossing over $1 billion worldwide. His portrayal of the underwater hero was energetic and fun. It was his biggest success to date, and it solidified his place as one of Hollywood's top action stars. But he wasn't done yet. In 2019, he took on another ambitious role as Baba Voss in Sea, an Apple TV series that ran until 2022. Playing a blind warrior in a post-apocalyptic world was a unique challenge, but Momoa embraced it fully. The show allowed him to explore deeper emotional moments, proving once again that he was more than just an action star. His momentum continued with another major film role in 2021, when he played Duncan Idaho in Dune. Starring in Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of the classic sci-fi novel was a dream opportunity, and he delivered a good performance. In addition to his film and business ventures, Momoa is deeply committed to environmental activism. He has spoken at the United Nations about ocean conservation and continuously advocates for sustainable living. And if that wasn't enough, he is also highly skilled in martial arts, including Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Eskrima. What do you think about what they found at Jason Momoa's residence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, click on the next video on your screen. You won't want to miss it.